Ever pondered why some men always seem to have it all, while others play second fiddle? It's a question that's been on the minds of many, and as we delve into the world of social dynamics, we stumble upon the intriguing concepts of alpha and beta males. These terms, borrowed from the animal kingdom, have been used to categorize men into two distinct groups based on their behavior, particularly in relation to hookah butts. Let's start with the alphas. In the grand orchestra of life, the alpha male is often seen as the conductor, leading the symphony with authority and charisma. He's the one who's always in control, unflappable, and always at the top of his game with hookah butts. He's the embodiment of assertiveness, dominance, and confidence, traits that are often associated with leadership and success. On the other end of the spectrum, we find the beta males. Unlike their alpha counterparts, betas often play a more supportive role. They are the ones who are seen as more agreeable, accommodating, and less assertive. They're the nurturing type, the ones who are more likely to lend a listening ear, and the ones who are often more in touch with their emotions. In the game of life, they're seen as the followers rather than the leaders. Now, it's important to note that these classifications aren't about labeling one as superior and the other as inferior. It's not about alphas being better than betas or vice versa. It's about understanding the different ways in which men navigate through social interactions and relationships. It's about acknowledging the diversity of male behavior, rather than trying to fit everyone into a one-size-fits-all box. So are these classifications just a societal construct, or do they hold water? As we continue to explore the alpha-beta spectrum, we'll delve deeper into these concepts, dissecting the traits and behaviors of both alpha and beta males, and uncovering the truth behind these labels. So buckle up as we embark on this fascinating journey of social dynamics. Let's delve into the world of the alpha male, shall we? Picture this: an assertive, dominant character, always in control. This is the quintessential image of the alpha male. But what lies beneath this surface of assertiveness and control? Alpha males are often expected to embody stoicism, a philosophical concept that teaches the suppression of destructive emotions. This means that alphas are supposed to keep their feelings under wraps, to be the rock amidst the storm. But is this expectation fair or even healthy? Not necessarily. Everyone has emotions, and it's only natural to express them. Yet, for the alpha, showing emotion can be seen as a sign of weakness, a dent in their armor of dominance. This stoic demeanor extends to their interactions with women, or as we'll call them in this discussion, hookah butts. Alphas are expected to be on top of their game, to lead, to impress, to conquer. They're supposed to be the ones who can handle any situation, who can charm any hookah butt with their charisma and confidence. But again, is this expectation reasonable? It puts immense pressure on alpha males to always be perfect, to never falter, to maintain this image of invincibility. It's important to remember that being an alpha isn't merely about dominance. It's about leadership. It's about taking responsibility and making decisions. It's about courage and resilience. But it's also about empathy and understanding. An alpha male who can balance these qualities is truly a force to be reckoned with. However, the pressures and expectations that come with being an alpha can often lead to stress and anxiety. It can be difficult to constantly maintain this image of strength and control, especially when it feels like the world is watching your every move, expecting you to never make a mistake. It's a heavy burden to bear, and it's not something that every man can or should aspire to. So it's clear that being an alpha isn't all roses, but what about the beta males? It's time to shine a light on the often underestimated beta male. Who is the beta male? Some might describe him as the antithesis of the alpha male, but that's a simplistic and unfair portrayal. Betas are not just the second in command, they are the backbone of any group dynamic, providing support and stability. Beta males are often characterized by their empathetic nature. They are typically more sensitive, understanding, and supportive. They are the listeners, the ones who are there for you when you need a shoulder to lean on. This supportive nature is often misconstrued as passivity or weakness, but it's actually one of their greatest strengths. However, this does not mean that betas are pushovers. They are just as capable of standing up for themselves and others, but they tend to do so in a more diplomatic, and less confrontational manner. They value harmony and cooperation over dominance and competition. This makes them excellent team players and collaborators. The societal expectation of masculinity often puts undue pressure on beta males. They are expected to be assertive, dominant, and competitive, traits that are more associated with alpha males. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and a struggle to conform to these expectations. But it's important to remember that the beta male's disposition is not a shortcoming. It's a different approach to life, one that values understanding and collaboration. They are the glue that holds groups together, the peacemakers who smooth over conflicts, and the empathetic listeners who provide emotional support. The pressures that beta males face are different from those of alpha males. They are often overlooked and undervalued, their contributions unseen or unappreciated. They may feel the need to hide their sensitive nature and adopt more traditionally masculine traits. But it's crucial to understand that there's no right or wrong way to be a man. The world needs both alphas and betas, leaders and supporters, for a balanced and harmonious society. So beta males also have their fair share of struggles. But how do these two types stack up against each other? In the battle of alpha versus beta, who really comes out on top? That's the question on many minds, and the answer isn't as cut and dried as one might think. When it comes to alpha and beta males, there's a lot more than meets the eye. On one hand, we have the alpha, the so-called leader of the pack, who is often seen as stoic, dominant, and always on top of the game. Alpha males are perceived as confident, assertive, and self-assured, often taking the lead and setting the pace. They're seen as the ones who always have a plan and aren't afraid to take charge. On the other hand, we have the beta males, who are often seen as more relaxed, submissive, and less dominant. Beta males are perceived as being more in touch with their feelings, more empathetic, and more willing to go with the flow. They're seen as the ones who are happy to let others take the lead and are often seen as more approachable and friendly. It's important to note that these are broad generalizations and that every individual is unique. But societal pressures can often push men into these roles, influencing their behavior and how they interact with hookah butts. For instance, alpha males may feel the need to be constantly on guard, always exuding strength and control. This can put them under immense pressure and can also make it difficult for them to form genuine connections with hookah butts, who may feel intimidated or overshadowed by their dominant persona. Beta males, on the other hand, may face societal pressure to be more assertive and dominant. They may also struggle with being seen as less desirable or less manly because they don't conform to the traditional alpha male stereotype. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and can also impact their interactions with hookah butts. In this societal tug-of-war, it seems both alpha and beta males face their unique challenges. Are alpha and beta classifications set in stone, or is there more to it? There's a common misconception that these labels are rigid, that once an alpha or beta, always an alpha or beta. But let's break down these walls of misunderstanding and shed some light on the truth. The alpha-beta spectrum, like most things in life, is fluid. It's not a binary existence where you're either one or the other. It's more of a continuum with varying degrees of both alpha and beta traits. You can be an alpha in one situation and a beta in another. It's not about fitting into neatly defined boxes, but more about understanding that we, as humans, have the capacity to exhibit a range of behaviors depending on the circumstances. Now, you might be thinking, but I've always been told I'm a beta, or I've always seen myself as an alpha. That's okay. It's a part of your identity, and it's not about discarding it, but rather expanding it. It's about realizing that you are capable of more than what society has labeled you as. It's also crucial to understand that these labels are not the be-all and end-all of your interactions with the opposite sex. The hookah butts, as we affectionately call them, are not just attracted to the stereotypical alpha or beta. They are attracted to authenticity, to individuals who are true to themselves. So, whether you're an alpha, a beta, or somewhere in between, what matters is that you're genuine. Let's also debunk the myth that alphas are always stoic and on top of their game. Even the most alpha of men have their moments of vulnerability. It's a part of being human. And guess what? It's perfectly okay. So, the next time you find yourself trying to fit into an alpha or beta mold, remember this: you are more than a label. You are a unique individual with your own strengths and weaknesses, capable of growth and change. Remember, while society may label us, it's our actions and character that truly define us. Periods over students, recess time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Gerch Unigurchity. That's it for today's deep dive into the alpha-beta spectrum. We hope that this video has not only educated you, but also provided you with a fresh perspective on the alpha-beta paradigm. It's important to understand that these labels don't define you, and you have the ability to transcend them. You are more than an alpha or a beta. You are a unique individual, capable of growth and change with your own strengths and weaknesses. It's not about fitting into a box, but rather about embracing your true self and being authentic. Remember, while society may label us, it's our actions and character that truly define us. So, whether you identify as an alpha, a beta, or somewhere in between, don't be afraid to challenge these labels and be the best version of yourself. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you found it insightful and want to learn more about interesting topics like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We have a lot more exciting content coming your way, so stay tuned. And as always, we appreciate your support. So until next time, remember, you are more than a label. Be true to yourself, embrace your individuality, and break free from societal norms. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more intriguing insights. See you in the next video.